So you step back. And so what kind of tools did you do to get your mental health together? Like, I mean, because that's a lot. You see yourself.
It is. It's a
I
lot. It's a
mean, it
lot.
wasn't
So
just your family, it's yourself. Like,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you needed a breath.
I needed definitely a lot of breath. And what I did for the 30 days before everything, just kind of like I turned everything
Okay, so
over.
once that okay, so you took care of your clients, you took care of
Yeah.
your employees, you took care of all that. Then
Yep.
what'd you do? Because I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, a
you
couple of
sound like me.
phases.
You're a worker. You work.
Yeah.
You're used to working, so that
I,
had to have been different.
it was. But I did go to a place called Canyon Ranch for about 2 weeks
Oh yeah.
where I just spent some solitude time, and you don't have to go to a canyon ranch. You could, create your own solitude time, at your home, or go visit go visit somebody where you're out of your space from everyday life. So I did that, and I did a lot of personal self-development work, and I just kind of like let my mind go, and I didn't really have an agenda while I was there other than just to work on myself and explore, learn about new things about personal growth and development that they had there. And I came back really, really refreshed. And that was, let's say, 2 weeks. So that's like 2 months after I took the step back and the pause. And I thought, whoa, I'm great. That was about a year and a half ago. And, now just looking back, I see that it's taken a good year and a half to actually unravel from everything I had stacked over the years in my career and my business, and, having teams of, 15 to 20 on my payroll. And, my inbox I'm still trying to get to the bottom of my inbox. Like I just can't get my inbox under control, even though I'm
Yeah.
going through this pause phase. Like, it's just like, I'm thinking about just like dumping everything and just starting a new name.
No, I understand. My husband's always at inbox zero. I've never, maybe when I started, yeah, I'm right there with you. It's not even a goal of mine anymore. I'm just like,
Yeah.
try to stay current. Like I scrolled through just to make sure we were good for today, looking for your name. Like, that was the best.
Yeah, I'm so glad to hear somebody else is doing the same thing, because I've tried, and I try to practice what I preach. I mean, I've done all types of content on productivity, and I believe in, if you can handle it. I don't know if, as an entrepreneur, if inbox zero is really that realistic. If you're moving from one company to another and you don't have to save all those emails for any reason whatsoever, then it's a lot easier.
Like I said, it's not even a goal of mine anymore. I just like, I tell
Yeah.
people, text me. It's like the bane of my existence is email at this point. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, it's so true. And yeah, so I'm saying, like, it's been the pause that I've been doing, and I haven't been like completely at a standstill for the past year and a half. I took the time to, help my daughter, and also, try different projects that I had been kind of like side passion projects, like my female disruptors, and creating my digital courses and digital products, and exploring affiliate marketing. And I never really had the time to do that. And also exploring over the past year and a half and researching Web3, and like, what's the next phase of the internet, and how does that impact not only public relations and marketing, which is my professional background, but also how is that going to impact our mental health, and how is that going to impact our, balancing our life in a digital world versus life in 2D world.
yeah, no, definitely. So, and then are there tools that you developed that you've been maintaining since then that
Yeah.
you do?
So
Yeah.
a couple of things that I've, been very consistent with. Well, I've been practicing yoga for 30 years, and I decided about 8 years ago to get my certification to be a yoga certified instructor. With that, I always knew that yoga is something that's going to help, obviously physically. I didn't realize now in hindsight how much it's helped me as an entrepreneur keep things as balanced as possible. But one of the things I will say is, like, when I went through that period where I was like burning out, I couldn't, no matter how much yoga and meditation I did, that wasn't what I needed. Like, it was more extreme. Like, I needed to take that pause. But I've continued to do yoga and meditation. But when I was at Canyon Ranch, one thing that I discovered that I think is very powerful for me, at least, I hadn't really heard of it, is Qigong. So Qigong is more of energy work. I don't know if you've tried it. Have you tried it?
I had a Qigong master on and he did some with us. It's amazing. And
It
it's not
really
difficult.
is. It's
And
not. And it
yeah.
really helps kind of just, align your energy. And whether you're doing it in the morning, which I like to do, like, there's a 5-minute YouTube, I don't know who you had on, but Lee Holden is who I follow. And he has on YouTube, if you just Google him, he has like a 5 or 10 minute morning routine for Qigong. So that's been very helpful. And I've also been studying a lot. I just brought this book to share with you that it's called Project 369. So I actually bought this. I bought like a box of them to give out as gifts this year, holiday gifts. But the 369 is, the power of vibration and numerology and writing things down 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the mid-afternoon, and then 9 times at night. And there's all the statistics about writing things down that if you don't know, like that's just writing down your goals, that you're going to make them happen. But I've been very fascinated by the power of the 369 and just the power of like numerology and frequency and vibration. So I listen to in the morning, or while I'm working, the frequency that's like the best frequency for productivity and positivity. And then at the end of my day, I use the frequency, like I'll just do like on YouTube, like Google, like sleep music, that frequency. And I really just think like all of these things make a difference. And it is using digital because we're using YouTube and we're using this technology that wasn't available to us. But like, how do we use technology to better ourselves without letting technology like suck us in, which can be, we need to take a pause on technology, but here's a way to use technology without it using us.
The Project 369 is great. And Litha J talked about it on one of the episodes. She's very big on that. And I found it fascinating too.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I love it. And also for me, journaling and meditation are the 2 best tools there are to get whatever to balance me is the best way to put it.
Exactly. And to be honest, like, I mean, I'm practicing what I've been preaching more than ever and actually doing it where, yes, everyone can say, oh, journaling. It sounds like so obvious, but if you don't do it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know.
When you do it, it really is like magic. It just like takes all this clutter out of your head and removes it and organizes it, or just like, it just kind of like, it's like the black cloud in your head now becomes lighter inside your brain because of the journaling. It's very powerful. And I'm like, I don't have my notebook here, but I use old-fashioned notebook and I also use my calendar, but I use my notebook as more of like my to-do list. And it's a combination of personal, business, and every page is the day, and then I like move it to the next page and whatever I don't do. So I never got into journaling because I didn't want to carry around multiple notebooks. Like it's a dumb idea to not do that. That's not a good reason to not journal. So I just was like, I'm just going to use the same notebook, and I would create a page and I'd be like, everything I'm happy with today. And then I'd list it out. And then the next page, everything that's annoying me today. And then people in my life I'm most happy with on a scale of 1 to 10. It was like, and I made it like kind of like I gamified it to like how I do my business. And that's how I did my journaling. So it worked for me. And then it's kind of interesting to look back like a year ago, like who was annoying to me a year ago and who I was grateful to have in my life. And
well, that's great. I love that.